Indiana sports fans. This is your podcast. Welcome to High Octane Entertainment on IE Sports Radio. Join me, Justin Lahr, as your host on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific to hear all the latest and greatest sports updates on everything from college to the pros in the great Hoosier State. No matter what, it's guaranteed to be high-octane entertainment. That's Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific on IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports.
What is up, IE Sports Radio fans? What is going on? It's been a long 2 weeks since you've heard the sultry sounds of my voice. This is I, the SOCAL Saint, back with another new episode of the IE Elite Wrestling Show. Not only just that, it is the WrestleMania! Excuse me, wait a minute. Excuse me. Let me do this properly. I'm going to have to channel that asshole Vince McMahon real quick. Welcome to the WrestleMania edition of IE Sports Radio's premier professional wrestling show, the IE Elite Wrestling Show, your direct feed for all that is professional wrestling on the only network that is your direct feed for all that is sports, IE Sports Radio. I am your boy, the SOCAL Saint. And we got a lot to talk about, so I'm just going to jump right in, guys. It is WrestleMania week. It has officially started. Yesterday, Monday Night Raw came to you live in Phoenix, Arizona. It was the go-home show for Monday Night Raw before the final show this week, which takes place in Los Angeles this Friday at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, California for Friday Night SmackDown, and the WWE Hall of Fame will be presented directly after SmackDown is off the air. So that's going to be a lot to look forward to. Big match announced for this coming SmackDown. I'm actually going to get it up here. It's going to be the Andre the Giant Royal was announced for this coming Friday SmackDown. And a lot of superstars are already been announced for the match. One superstar in particular is standing out in the crowd of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal because he was scheduled to have a match at WrestleMania, but apparently that match is no longer happening due to the illness of one of his competitors. That is what the story was. It was first heard that it was a possible walkout of the superstar, and the star in question talking about is Bray Wyatt. Yes, Bray Wyatt is not going to be a part of WrestleMania. Bray Wyatt apparently is dealing mad with Eddie Lashley. Fans are at least calling for it to be LA Knight, be the star to replace Wyatt. It might have a proper show at Mania, but apparently that has not come at all. So the match will take place this Friday night on SmackDown, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The last year's Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal also took place on the SmackDown the day before WrestleMania Night 1, where Madcap Moss won the coveted Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal trophy. Previous winners of that trophy have been Woken Matt Hardy, Cesaro, a.k.a. Claudio Castagnoli, The Big Show, a.k.a. Paul White, Jey Uso, among others. And the participants that are set for this match will be as follows. Baron Corbin has been announced for the match. Dolph Ziggler has been announced for the match. All three members of Legado del Fantasma have been announced for the match. The Brawling Brutes, Butch and Ridge Holland. Los Lotharios, Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. Maximum Male Models of Mansoor and Massey have been announced for the match. The members of Hit Row, which is Top Dollar and oh wow, his tag team partner's name escapes me. I do apologize. Madcap Moss, the last year's winner of the Battle Royal. Cedric Alexander, Bronson Reed, Karrion Kross, which is a little sad to say that Karrion Kross hasn't been factored into a match at WrestleMania. He's being thrown into this Battle Royal. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, who have not been seen on WWE TV since AJ Styles, their OC member AJ Styles, went down with an ankle injury late last year, which is keeping him out of WrestleMania this year. Unfortunately, this is going to be the first WrestleMania AJ Styles misses due to an injury. Since AJ Styles debuted in WWE back in 2016, he has had a match at WrestleMania until now, which is unfortunate. So we here at IE Sports Radio and the IE Elite Wrestling Show wish AJ Styles a speedy recovery. Hopefully he can come back sooner rather than later. It'd be nice to see AJ Styles maybe be one of the surprises returning the week after WrestleMania, either the Monday Night Raw after Mania Night 2 or the SmackDown after WrestleMania. Hopefully. But yes, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson will be in the Memorial Battle Royal. As well as, like I stated, LA Knight is going to be in the Battle Royal. Mustafa Ali is in the Battle Royal. Rick Boogs, Elias, Dexter Lumis, Johnny Gargano is going to be in the Battle Royal as well. And Bobby Lashley is being thrown into the Battle Royal as well. I'm hoping that maybe there's some sort of tease or something that leads to Bobby Lashley actually having a match at WrestleMania, because I feel this is very wasted for poor Bobby Lashley to be just thrown into this Battle Royal after he just had a huge feud with Brock Lesnar that was supposed to turn into this match with Bray Wyatt, and now this is what he gets stuck with. Other participants in the match: Xavier Woods of the New Day and Shelton Benjamin. That's what I have here so far, guys. That's what we have to look forward to. That's one of the big matches announced for this Friday night on SmackDown. SmackDown before WrestleMania. And like I stated earlier, after SmackDown is off the air, live on Peacock. Yes, if you subscribe to Peacock, you can watch the WWE Class of 2023 Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It'll be airing live 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Peacock in the United States and on the WWE Network internationally, immediately following Friday Night SmackDown this coming Friday. And right now, I don't know if there will be one more inductee announced or not. I don't think so. I think this is the entire class of the WWE Hall of Fame. I don't believe they'll announce any other names unless sometime today on WWE's online show, The Bump, there's another inductee announced, or during NXT, the NXT broadcast tonight, if there's another announcement. I believe this is one of the smallest classes in the WWE Hall of Fame's history, at least in recent history. This is definitely the smallest class for the WWE Hall of Fame. And we're starting with this 2 new announcements after the previous announcements that have been made. I believe all these announcements had been made since I was off the air, so this is my first time expressing this all to you, if I'm not mistaken. So the celebrity induction for this year, which I believe is long overdue, very much so. He should have been one of the very first, if not the first, celebrity inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame, just based on the magnitude of his historic involvement in the world of professional wrestling back in the late 70s, early 80s, especially in the city of Memphis, in Memphis professional wrestling, with a fellow WWE Hall of Famer in Jerry the King Lawler, who will also be inducting this celebrity into the Hall of Fame, posthumously, of course. I am speaking of the intergender champion of the world himself, historic and legendary comedian Andy Kaufman is finally being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. I believe it is very long overdue for Andy Kaufman to be entered into the hallowed halls of the WWE Hall of Fame. Andy Kaufman, of course, was a comedian and actor. This is a history lesson for you guys who are too young to know who Andy Kaufman is, who've probably never seen the autobiographical film starring Jim Carrey as Andy Kaufman, known as Man on the Moon. In that movie, if you happen to take a chance and just check it out, it's a very good film. Jerry the King Lawler plays himself in the movie, and good old JR, Jim Ross, the commentator for All Elite Wrestling currently, is also the commentator in that movie. For the match between Jerry the King Lawler and Andy Kaufman. Andy Kaufman was a comedian and an actor who rose to fame in the late 1970s and the early 80s as the star of the TV series Taxi. Kaufman became involved in wrestling by promoting himself as the intergender wrestling champion of the world, where he would wrestle against women only. This grew to lead to a feud between himself and the champion of Memphis himself, Jerry the King Lawler, in the Continental Wrestling Association, CWA. As part of the feud, Jerry the King Lawler famously slapped Andy Kaufman in the face during a live interview on the Late Night Show with David Letterman. You can look that up on YouTube. It's a great segment. Kaufman sitting there next to Jerry Lawler. He's just antagonizing Jerry. He gets up and Lawler smacks the shit out of Andy Kaufman. It's really funny if you check it out. And it definitely fit into the world of kayfabe at that time, where it pulled the wool over everyone's eyes, and it looked, it led everyone to believe that this feud was real, quote unquote, that there was real animosity between Kaufman and Lawler, especially with it happening on a late night television show, like Late Night with David Letterman. This is, definitely, Andy Kaufman is considered to be one of the first celebrities to cross over famously into professional wrestling from the land of Hollywood. And so during another weekend of WrestleMania going Hollywood, it is just more than befitting that Andy Kaufman would be the celebrity inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame this year. So congratulations to Andy Kaufman and his family. I know Andy Kaufman's living relatives will be on hand to receive this induction for him on his behalf, because Andy Kaufman passed away in 1984 due to an illness. I believe it was lung cancer is what caused his death. So rest in peace to Andy Kaufman. Your name will forever be etched in history, of professional wrestling history, that is, in the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2023. just announced yesterday via People magazine and reiterated on Monday Night Raw. The Duchess of Dudleyville. She's got legs, and she damn sure knows how to use them. The female inductee to the WWE Hall of Fame this year is the beautiful, lovely Stacy Keibler. Yes, Stacy Keibler is going to be enshrined into the WWE Hall of Fame with the class of 2023. She was voted as WWE Babe of the Year in 2004. She actually won a Nitro Girl search. That's how she got into professional wrestling. Back in 1999, she became a Nitro Girl for a short time in WCW before she became an on-air character as the beautiful, sultry, sexy, you want to call it, all those fantastic adjectives, Miss Hancock, where she would show up in a very, very, let's say, aesthetically pleasing business suit with a skirt as one of the members of the quote-unquote office of WCW. And then for some reason she would just go ahead and start dancing, which was always awesome, especially for a 15-year-old like myself. Or maybe I was about 13. Well, you know, it was, yeah, I think I was like 13. Anyway, she is also, she has a long history of managing a lot of big names in the professional wrestling business, as well as former champions. She was the manager of the Dudley Boys. That's where she was known as the Duchess of Dudleyville for a time. She managed Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, Test, the Hurricane, and Rosie, where she was known as Super Stacy and actually wore her own super suit. And Stacy Keibler had a WrestleMania match I believe it was at WrestleMania 20. It was herself teaming with Miss Jackie Gata to take on the team of Tori Wilson and Sable in a Playboy evening gown tag team match. I believe that's what it was at WrestleMania 20. Stacy Keibler, I believe, left the company at around 2005, 2006, I think. I don't remember her being in the company very long past that. And she once famously dated George Clooney. So that's something. But Stacy Keibler has always been a well-liked superstar in the professional wrestling business. I know she didn't really do too much wrestling, but she took it very seriously. She was a fan first. She wasn't just some model that came off the street to just be involved in wrestling to elevate herself to another level. She actually was a fan of professional wrestling. There's a picture that's floating around Twitter right now of her in the crowd at WCW prior to winning the Nitro Girl search, where she's holding up a sign that says, "Thank you, Bret." She was a big Bret Hart fan, apparently, back in the day. So congratulations to Stacy Keibler. It's going to be nice to see Stacy Keibler return to the WWE and receive her honors and her flowers as a part of the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2023. And the next person that has been announced for the Hall of Fame this year will be Keiji Muto, better known as the Great Muta. Yes, the Great Muta, who just recently had a retirement match against current WWE superstar Shinsuke Nakamura in his final one-on-one match. His final match came just recently in a six-man tag team match where he teamed up with Sting and Darby Allin in Japan. And this is a great way to put an exclamation point on the career of the Great Muta, where he receives his induction into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2023. WWE has always been very gracious and very honorable when it comes to Japanese professional wrestlers. Some that have had time in their company, some who haven't. They've honored the likes of Antonio Inoki, probably the most famous professional wrestler to come out of Japan. Antonio Inoki. They've honored Jushin Thunder Liger, and now they're honoring the Great Muta. The Great Muta, if you don't believe he belongs in the Hall of Fame, check this. He's a 4-time IWGP Heavyweight Champion of the World, a 3-time Triple Crown Heavyweight Champion of the World, a 1-time GHC Heavyweight Champion of the World, a 1-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, a 1-time NWA World Television Champion, a one-time WCW World Tag Team Champion, the 1992 WCW Battle Bowl Champion, and he popularized and innovated moves such as the Shining Wizard, Moonsault, Mudalock, and spraying the Asian mist from his mouth to blind his opponents. And he will be inducted by none other than one of his greatest opponents during his career. Woo! The 16th time World Heavyweight Champion, Kiss Stealing, Wheeling Demon, Limousine Ryland, Summer Gun, woo! The Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Ric Flair will be on hand to induct the great Muta into the WWE Hall of Fame. That's going to be great to see. And the headliner this year for the WWE Hall of Fame, he is, without a doubt, one of the most famous lucha libre professional wrestlers in this business today, if not in history. He is one of the most successful masked wrestlers this side of the border. He is a former WWE champion, a two-time World Heavyweight Champion, a two-time Intercontinental Champion, a two-time United States Champion, an 8-time WCW WWE Cruiserweight Champion, a 4-time WWE Tag Team Champion, a 1-time SmackDown Tag Team Champion, 3-time WCW World Tag Team Champion, a 1-time WCW Cruiserweight Tag Team Champion, and the 2006 Royal Rumble winner. This man has had fantastic feuds and matches with the likes of the late, great Eddie Guerrero, John Cena, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Randy Orton, Kurt Angle, Psychosis, Super Crazy. Dare I say more? I cannot believe it's happening this year. It looks like his time is winding down in this business. He's been wrestling ever since I've been watching wrestling. Even longer. This guy jumped into professional wrestling at the age of 14 years of age. At the age of 14, At the age of 14, as known as La Calibre, the Hummingbird. Before he took on the mantle from his uncle and made it an international sensation to this very day, one of the most popular superstars ever in professional wrestling. If you don't know who I'm talking about, it's simple. It's the master of the 619. I'm talking about Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is going to get his flowers. He is the headliner this year for WWE's class of 2023 Hall of Fame. Man, this is awesome. This is my dad's favorite wrestler, one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. My favorite wrestler, famously, of course, was Eddie Guerrero, which, God rest his soul. I'm sure Eddie Guerrero is watching down from heaven and smiling to see one of his best friends is getting his flowers, getting inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame this year. So Rey will be enshrined forever, just like Eddie is, as Eddie went into the Hall of Fame posthumously back in 2006. Rey Mysterio was on hand to induct his friend Eddie Guerrero, and a good friend and mentor to Rey Mysterio will be on hand to induct him, and this is crazy. This will be the first time ever he's shown on WWE TV since he originally showed up in 1993 playing a different character known as Max Moon, and he walked out on the company because he didn't want to do that. He wasn't about that. He's always been blacklisted from the company, but Triple H in tow graciously said that yes, Rey Mysterio, this man can induct you into the Hall of Fame. He's bowdy, and he's rowdy. Orale! Viva la raza! Conan K-Dog, baby, the number one K-Dog. K-Dog is coming back to professional wrestling television. Conan will be inducting Rey Mysterio into the WWE Hall of Fame this coming Friday night after SmackDown at the Crypto.com Arena. It's fitting that Rey Mysterio will be inducted in California, as he still lives in San Diego, California. He made his name in Southern California. There's a huge Latino population in California. So, I mean, obviously, I'm from there, and I myself am half Mexican, so this is just fantastic to see. I am so happy for Rey Mysterio, and I don't know how much longer Rey Mysterio has left in this professional wrestling business, but he has more than done his share and taken his fair share of bumps. If Ray wants to go out on a high note, he surely deserves it. Congratulations to all the inductees of this year's WWE Class of 2023 Hall of Fame. We're going to take a quick little break, guys, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about some other stuff that's going on, not WWE related, during WrestleMania weekend. Because if you can't get to the big shows this coming Saturday and Sunday, there is so much stuff going on this week in Los Angeles. There's going to be heavy traffic, most likely, and just a whole bunch of crazy shit going on. So stand by. We'll be right back, and I'm going to give you the lowdown on what's going on during WrestleMania week. You don't want to miss it.
Are you a Minnesota sports fan? If you are, you should join me, AJ, on my Thursday night podcast called Frozen Takes with AJ on IU Sports Radio. I talk about all things Minnesota sports, from the Vikings to Lynx basketball. Every week I talk about the good and the bad of sports in the land of the Frozen Lakes. Join me Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for your Minnesota sports show on IU Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What is up, guys? It's the SOCAL Saint back at it again with the IE Elite Wrestling Show, your direct feed for all that is sports on the only network. No, I've got that backwards. The IE Elite Wrestling Show is your direct feed for all that is professional wrestling on the only network that is your direct feed for all that is sports, IE Sports Radio. If you just tuned in, I was going over the Hall of Fame class of 2023 and the SmackDown before WrestleMania. And now I'm going to give you guys some other news on what's going down during WrestleMania week. Yes, WrestleMania week is an all-week thing, and it's not just the WWE. There's so many other things going on. A lot of indie promotions putting on shows, a lot of big promotions putting on shows this weekend, starting with, this is actually not a show, but there is a famous convention that always happens during WrestleMania week, and it is called WrestleCon. What else would it be called? It is WrestleCon. WrestleCon will be taking place in Los Angeles, California. I'm trying to see where exactly it's going to be taking place in Los Angeles. I believe it's at a hotel, but I'm trying to find out where. Let me see if I can find that information for you guys. All right, here we go. Yes, I do apologize. WrestleCon will be taking place at the Millennium Biltmore Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. And these are the guests that have been announced for Con. They're going to be there. These huge names, guys. These are a lot of big names that have been announced. So let's just start. And they have them all in like almost alphabetical orders, seemingly. So many names that I'm about to just gel off to you guys. Rattle off to you, I mean. Here we go. A lot of big names from WWE, WW fame, ECW fame, and currently AEW fame as well. Okay, here we go. These are the superstars that are going to be, wrestling stars that are going to be at WrestleCon. Zyra, Zicky Dice, Zeta Shang, Yuki Kamafuku, I hope I didn't butcher that name, Yuki Iono, Yuki Sakasaki, Yoshihiko, Wardlow from AEW, Vivi Van from AAA, El Hijo del Vacano, Val Venus, Ultimo Principa, Ultimo Dragon, formerly known as Naomi Trinity Fatu, Trish Stratus, who will be appearing at WrestleMania, more on that later. From AEW, Tony Storm. From AEW, Thunder Rosa, the Tonga Kid, the Pheromones, the Kingdom, Mike Bennett, Matt Taven, and Maria Kanellis. The Guns, the current AEW World Tag Team Champions. The Grappler, the Godwins, the Bushwhackers, the Berserker, the Acclaimed, Scissor Me Daddy Ass, Tessa Blanchard, Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, Taya Valkyrie, current AEW star, Tasha Steelz, Hiroshi Tanahashi from New Japan Pro Wrestling, Suzume, Susan Tex Green, former WWE superstar Summer Rae, former WWE superstar Steph D. Lander, former WCW manager Sonny Ono, SoCal Val, Shishuma Katsumata, Shoku Nakajima, The Perfect 10 Sean Spears, Sergeant Slaughter, Eddie's Maggots, two-time WWE Hall of Famer X-Pac Sean Waltman, WWE Hall of Famer Big Papa Pup Scott Steiner, Sayuri Namba, Satana Jackson, Sumare Del Sol, formerly known as Kalisto in WWE, Saki Aiki, the homicidal, suicidal, genocidal superstar Sabu, Ryback, oh, that's horrible, Royal Hawaiian, Roxy Astor, damn, it's Ron Simmons, Rock Riddle, the whole fucking show, Rob Van Dam, Rakishi, Rika Tatsumi, excuse me, current AEW star Ricky Starks, woo, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, the dog-faced gremlin Rick Steiner, current AEW star Ray Phoenix, Renee Michelle, Real One, holy shit, wow, Real One, aka formerly known as Enzo Amore, bada boom, realest guy in the room, how you doing? Raku, Rachel Ellering, QT Marshall from AEW, Powers of Pain, Bolo Del Mar, Pistolita, Cero Miedo, Pento El Ciro M, Ortiz from AEW, Nigel McGuinness, Nicolette Marie, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Nick Aldis, Nayo Kakuta, the current GCW World Tag Team Champions and Impact World Tag... Oh, no, they're not the champions anymore, excuse me. But they are the current GCW World Tag Team Champions. The Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Miranda Alizé. Masuki. Mayo Yamashita. Mio Watanabe. Mil Muertes. The current Impact World Knockout Champion Mickie James. Hardcore legend, WWE Hall of Famer, Mick Foley. The King of the Indies himself, Matt Cardona. One half of the Hardy Boys, Matt Hardy. Former WWE superstar Melina. NWA interviewer Mae Valentine. Mark Sterling from AEW. Reach for the Sky, Mark Briscoe. Mao. Mikey Ito, WWE Hall of Famer Medusa, Los Chivos, current WWE Women's World Tag Team Champion Lita, Lisa Marie Varone, a.k.a. former WWE Superstar Victoria, Lindsay Dorado, Line Fanay, former WWE Superstar Nia Jax, former WWE ring announcer Lillian Garcia, former WWE and WCW superstar Lex Luger, Leon Chiro, La Rosa Negra, current Impact star Kushida, WWE Hall of Famer and Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle, Conan K-Dog, Kevin Sullivan, WWE Hall of Famer Kevin Nash, Kenta, Ken Shamrock, Kat Martina, current NWA World's Women's Champion Camille, former WCW and WWE superstar Juventud Guerrera, AEW star Julie Hart, AEW star Jungle Boy Jack Perry, current member of Bullet Club in New Japan Juice Robinson, former WWE superstar JTG Josh Chernoff, current AEW star Jon Moxley, John Morrison, Jimmy Yang, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Jenna Santana, Jazzy Yang, former WWE superstar, WWE Hall of Famer Jake the Snake Roberts, Jasmine Allure, adult film star and former former ECW star Jasmine St. Clair, Jacob Fatu, J-Rod, WWE Hall of Famer the Honky Tonk Man, Hyper Masayo, current FTW World Champion Hook, Hollywood, Akira Niwa, Heather Monroe, Harley Cameron, WWE Hall of Famer Greg Valentine, Gabby Lapisa, Gangrel, FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler, Impact star Frankie the Future Kazarian, Favi Chulo, Evil Uno, Ernest the Cat Miller, Elizabeth Rage, GCW star Effie, Drago, WWE Hall of Famer Devon Dudley, D'Lo Brown, Dr. Britt Baker DMD, Diamond Dallas Page, Deonna Purrazzo, former WWE and WCW star Dean Malenko, Danny Jordan, Damien 666, Daga, Colt Cabana, former WWE superstar known as Lana CJ Perry, The Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, Christy Janes, Chris Van Vliet, Chris Hero, current Impact World Tag Team Champion and member of the Bullet Club, Chris Bay, Cheryl Roberts, Chavo Guerrero Jr., Charlie Jenkins, Charles Wright, a.k.a. Papa Shango, and The Godfather, Butterbean, boxing legend Butterbean will be there. He's buff, he's the stuff, and the girls just can't get enough. Buff Bagwell, Brian Keith, the American Dragon, former WWE World Champion and current AEW star Bryan Danielson, Brutus the Barber Cake, Brock Anderson, Brittany Brooks, Brian Zane, Brian Myers, Brian Cage, he's the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, Bret the Hitman Hart, Brandon Cutler, Brandy Rhodes, the wife of Cody Rhodes, the Boogeyman, it's Daddy Ass himself, Billy Gunn, Bill Alfonso, Big Fonz, Bestia 666, Barbie Blank, a.k.a. former WWE superstar Kelly Kelly, Awesome Kong, the current Ring of Honor World Women's Champion Athena, WWE and WCW legend Arn Anderson, Arusa Endo, Ariana Andrew, former WWE superstar known as Cameron, Anna Jay, Andrade El Idolo, Ali Catch, Alex Jabali, Alex Garcia, Alan Angels, Aja Kong, Aerostar, Adam Cole, baby, Act Yakasawa, Abraham Reisman, the current IWGP Women's World Champion Mercedes Moné, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, and the big name announced for this WrestleCon, he is the man, Goldberg! Excuse me. This is going to be going on all week long leading up into WrestleMania, guys, so you have plenty of time to meet all your favorite wrestling legends and current superstars at the Millennium Biltmore Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. Also taking place at the Biltmore, of course, is the Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame. It's going to be taking place this Sunday at the Millennium Biltmore Hotel, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and will be broadcast on Fight TV. The names that have been announced here, I know I announced a couple of names over the last couple episodes. The full list is we have 6 inductees now. The previous names I announced were Christopher Daniels, cheerleader Melissa, and Jimmy Jacobs. The names that have been announced since I've been off the air are Southern Californian wrestling legend, indie wrestling legend, and if you've ever watched this movie Beyond the Mat, he was one of the segments in that movie that got a tryout at the WWF at the time, back in late 1997, whenever this was filmed, or early 1998. Mike Modest is going to be inducted into the Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame. Also being inducted into the Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame, which definitely goes without saying, he is the former head of PWG, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, and he is the current one of the commentators for All Elite Wrestling. Excalibur is getting inducted into the Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame. And the 6th inductee that has been announced recently, as of 3 days ago, that will be inducted into the Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame, former WWE superstar, former WWE Cruiserweight and Tag Team Champion, Paul London, will be inducted into the Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame this coming Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at the Millennium Biltmore Hotel during WrestleCon. So congratulations to all those inductees that have been announced. It's nice to see that. We have I have another show that's actually taking place. If you guys can't make it to WrestleMania, but you have some time on your hands and you want to see some wrestling live, at the Globe Theater in Los Angeles, Thursday, March 30th at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you can't watch it live in person, it will be available to view on FightTV.com, streaming live. It'll be Impact and New Japan Pro Wrestling, their dual show called Multiverse United. And these are the matches that have been announced for Impact and New Japan's Multiverse United. For the Impact Knockouts World Championship, Mickie James defends the title against Deonna Purrazzo, Giselle Shaw, and Miyu Yamashita. Fred Rosser, Alex Coughlin, Sami Callihan, and PCO will take on Eddie Edwards, Joe Hendry, Tom Lawler, and JR Kratos. For the Impact World Tag Team Championship, Bullet Club will be defending their tag team titles against TMDK, Aussie Open, and the Motor City Machine Guns. In a match that I definitely want to see, it's going to be for the Strong Openweight Championship. Minoru Suzuki challenges the current champion, Kenta. The Impact X Division Championship in a 6-way scramble match. Trey Miguel versus Rich Swann versus Frankie Kazarian versus Kevin Knight versus Clark Connors versus Rocky Romero. Moose will take on Jeff Cobb in a one-on-one match. And due to an injury from Will Ospreay, Mike Bailey will no longer be facing Will Ospreay at Multiverse United. It will be Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on Mike Bailey at Multiverse United. Also, there was supposed to be a World Championship match taking place for the Impact World title. Josh Alexander was supposed to be defending the title against Kushida, but just recently, this past week, actually 3 days ago, it was announced that Josh Alexander has injured his triceps. He tore his triceps and is requiring surgery. He has relinquished the Impact Wrestling World Championship. He is the longest reigning champion in the company's history. It's just really unfortunate that an injury is taking away this legendary reign from Josh Alexander. He is a great wrestler. I know he'll be back even stronger. And the scheduled World Championship match, as far as I know, is not going to be taking place. But a match will be taking place to crown a new champion at Impact's next pay-per-view event, which will be called Rebellion, which takes place on April 16th. It will be Steve Maclin facing Kushida, and the winner of that match will win the vacant Impact World Championship. before we get to WrestleMania, this coming Friday, March 31st, at the Galen Center in Los Angeles, California. The Galen Center is an indoor arena that's owned and operated by the University of Southern California. There will be Ring of Honor's Super Card of Honor. Ring of Honor's Super Card of Honor will be taking place this coming Friday, March 31st. Start time is 3 p.m. Pacific. That's when the doors open. Bell time is 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and can be viewed on Honor Club if you subscribe to Honor Club, or on pay-per-view as well. And these are the matches that have been announced for Ring of Honor's Super Card of Honor 2023. In honor of the late, great Jay Briscoe, a match was announced by his brother, Mark Briscoe, to crown new Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. It's going to be called a Reach for the Sky ladder match to crown the new Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions in honor of his brother, Jay Briscoe. The Lucha Brothers, Penta El Zero M, and Rey Fenix, taking on Top Flight, Dante Martin and Darius Martin. The Kingdom, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. Aussie Open, Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher. And La Facción Ingobernable, Rush and Dralistico. Those are the participants for the vacant Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship Reach for the Sky ladder match. And in a defense of the Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team titles, the Embassy, Brian Cage, Khan, and Teo Leone will be defending the six-man tag team titles against AR Fox, Blake Christian, and Metalik. Mark Briscoe will be trying to honor his brother and become a single star by becoming a singles champion. For the Ring of Honor World Television Championship, Samoa Joe defends the Ring of Honor World Television title against Mark Briscoe. The Ring of Honor Women's World Championship will be decided when Athena defends the Women's World title against Yuki Sakazaki. This is a big match. I'm actually looking forward to this match. I'm not a big fan of Wheeler Yuta, but I actually want to see this match. I think these two guys will have a great match. It's a pure wrestling rules match for the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. Wheeler Yuta, member of the Blackpool Combat Club, defends the Ring of Honor Pure Championship against Japanese wrestling legend Katsuyori Shibata. And in another big match that's taking place at Ring of Honor Super Card of Honor, the AAA Mega Championship will be decided when El Hijo del Vikingo, oh god, I'm butchering that name, I do apologize, will defend the championship against Commander. And in a big match with real dislike between the two of these individuals, for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship, Claudio Castagnoli defends the Ring of Honor World title against Eddie Kingston. And if you haven't had your wrestling fix by then, guys, NXT Stand and Deliver will be taking place the same day as WrestleMania Night 1. It's going to be coming to you live from the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, California, with a start time of 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which would be, I know it's a 3-hour difference between California and then, or is it 2 hours? No, 3 hours. So, I think that'd be 11 or 10, something like that. God, I can't get my time right. Pacific Standard Time, I do apologize. Let me see if it says in the, of course it doesn't say it in the poster. Anyway, this is the big NXT show. It'll also be streaming live on Peacock, as well as the WWE Network internationally. And these are the matches that have been announced for NXT Stand and Deliver. 8-person mixed tag team match. Winner gains control of Chase University. Chase University, Andre Chase, Duke Hudson, and Thea Hall, teaming with Tyler Bate, will be taking on the Schism. Joe Gacy, Jagger Reed, Rip Fowler, and Ava. In a triple threat tag team match for the NXT Tag Team Champions, Gallus, Mark Kofi and Wolfgang defend the NXT Tag Team titles against the Creed brothers, Brutus and Julius, the D'Angelo family, and the D'Angelo family, Tino and Channing Stacks Lorenzo. In a big fatal 5-way match for the NXT North American Championship, Wesley defends the NXT North American title against Axiom, Ilja Dragunov, JD McDonough, and NXT's newest superstar, former AAA superstar down in Mexico, Dragon Lee. Tag team match for the NXT Women's Tag Team titles. Fallon Henley and Kiana James defend the tag team titles against Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. A ladder match to crown a new NXT Women's Champion. Zoe Stark, Gigi Dolan, Tiffany Stratton, Lyra Valkyrie, and Indy Hartwell will all challenge for the vacant NXT Women's title. In an unsanctioned match, Raw superstar Johnny Gargano returns to the brand that made him famous to take on Grayson Waller in an unsanctioned match. And the biggest match of the card for NXT, definitely this match is long overdue. The two biggest names to come out of the revamped NXT. Braun Breaker defends the NXT Championship against Carmelo Hayes. I feel like this is going to be the crowning moment for Carmelo Hayes. I'm going for Carmelo Hayes. I want to see Carmelo Hayes become the new NXT champion. That's my pick for that match. It's going to be a great, great day of wrestling on this Saturday. And we're going to take another short break because I know my time is getting short, but we're going to go over WrestleMania's nights 1 and 2 here very shortly, guys. Please stay tuned. We will be right back.
What's happening, sports fans? Are you a fan of Southern California sports? Are you looking for a show hotter than a hot summer day in California? Then look no further than the SOCAL Supreme Sports Show, where I talk about all things Southern California sports. That's right, all sports teams from Southern California. From the hard-hitting tackles of the NFL, to the killer crossovers and big three-pointers of the NBA and WNBA, to the grand slams of the MLB, to the bone-chilling goals of the NHL, and to the booming kicks of the MLS. The SoCal Supreme Sports Show has it all for you. Oh, and let us not forget about the college sports as well. So join me, Taryn Rodriguez, every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Welcome back to the show, guys. It's your boy, the SOCAL Saint, live with the IE Elite Wrestling Show, your direct feed for all that is professional wrestling on the only network that is your direct feed for all that is sports, IE Sports Radio. If you just tuned it in, I know this is toward the end of the show. We're going to be going over nights 1 and 2 of WrestleMania right now. Real quick, if you're a big fan of WWE and you want to get yourself some WWE merch, this Thursday, March 30th to Monday, April 3rd, from the Los Angeles Convention Center, West Hall, Hall A in Los Angeles, California. WWE has set up shop with the WrestleMania Superstore. Yes, it's going to be the largest collection of WrestleMania merchandise under one roof, with items such as official championship replica titles, exclusive WrestleMania merchandise, superstar apparel, signed memorabilia, and so much more. In addition, fans will be able to view WWE memorabilia displays highlighting iconic WWE moments, memories, and matches from past and present. They can also play the new video game WWE 2K23 in the 2K Gaming Lounge. See the latest WWE action figures at the Mattel Elite 100 activation and be a part of superstar appearances throughout the week. Furthermore, The WWE Universe will have the opportunity to meet superstars courtesy of Filterman Sports. Separate tickets are required for all superstar meet and greets. See below for superstar signing schedules, which is going to be at WrestleManiaGoesHollywood.com if you're interested. That's going to be the Los Angeles Convention Center, West Hall, 986 Chick Hearn Court, Los Angeles, California, guys. Also supposed to be in attendance at the show, not only WWE superstars, but WWE Hall of Famer and West Coast rap superstar legend Snoop Dogg is going to be in attendance during that WrestleMania Superstar Week. So, guys, if you want to get some merch and some autographs, check it out. And before I get into the matches, I didn't want this to go unannounced, but we have a shout out to Black Excellence. I myself am half black, half Mexican. Anything for my people that is prideful and fantastic, I just want to announce it and just share in that. Bianca Belair has officially become the longest reigning black male or female champion in WWE history. She surpassed MVP's previous record of 343 days as U.S. champion, as she has approached already 1 year, 365 days as WWE Raw Women's Champion. That's Black Excellence. To my sister in blackness, Bianca Belair, that's fucking awesome. Congratulations to you. And let's get into it, guys. We've got a short amount of time. I'm going to just rattle it off, guys. It is WrestleMania! Nights 1 and 2 will be taking place live at the SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. Well, technically Inglewood, but, whatever. And it's going to be coming to you guys live 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on both nights. And if you can't be there live, you can watch it live on Peacock or internationally on the WWE Network. If you're not subscribing to Peacock, it's only $5 a month, guys. $5 a month. And you can see both nights of WrestleMania. And these are the matches announced in no particular order. We know for a fact that this match will be taking place. We know some matches for certain that are taking place on night 1. One for certain that is taking place on night 2, and the others are yet to be determined. For night 1, the first match on the card will be the opening match of the night, the WWE United States Championship. Austin Theory defends the WWE United States title against John Cena. That's going to be a fantastic match. I'm really looking forward to that. That's a hot match to start the first night of WrestleMania off with. John Cena and Austin Theory. It's going to be a big match. That's going to be a great way to open the show. In another match that could be a show-stealing match of the night, Seth freaking Rollins goes one-on-one with Logan Paul. Logan Paul has famously stated that April 1st is his birthday. What better way for Logan Paul to celebrate his birthday than getting curb stomped into the mat by Seth freaking Rollins? It's going to be a great match, guys. 6-woman tag team match. Trish Stratus and Lita, WWE Hall of Famers and legends in their own right. And the man, Becky Lynch, a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer herself, will be taking on the team of Damage Control, Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. And in a singles match, Battle of the Brutes here, it's Brock Lesnar taking on the 7-foot Nigerian giant, Omos. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair defends the SmackDown Women's title against Rhea Ripley. And for the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair looks to continue her legendary reign as Raw Women's Champion when she defends the title against Asuka. Those matches have been officially announced for night 1 of WrestleMania. So, Saturday, April 1st, these matches are guaranteed to be on the card for night 1. Other matches that have been announced but have yet to be decided for what night they will take place. The triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. Gunther defends the Intercontinental title against Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. That's going to be a hell of a match. That could be a show-stealing match right there as well. Another potential show-stealing match will be the Hell in a Cell match between the superstar Edge and the return of the Demon Finn Balor. The Women's WrestleMania Showcase Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. And in the Men's WrestleMania Showcase Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match, Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, Alpha Academy, Chad Gable and Otis, and the Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivar, with Valhalla by their side. Father versus son will take place at WrestleMania when Rey Mysterio takes on Dominic Mysterio. And in a big, big match, which I actually hope ends up main eventing WrestleMania Night 1 in actuality, even though it hasn't been announced for Night 1 yet, for the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles, the Usos, Jay and Jimmy Uso, defend their titles against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And the only match that has been officially announced for Night 2, of course, is the main event. The biggest match in history. I want to say history. Well, the biggest match of WrestleMania this weekend. I'm looking forward to this. It's family pride. It's family tradition. It's the future. It's the past. It's the present. All taking place in one match. It's for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. The Tribal Chief. The head of the table. The seemingly undefeatable Universal Undisputed Champion Roman Reigns defends his title against the man who went from undesirable to undeniable to uncrowned. He is the American Nightmare. He is the great-grandson of a plumber. The son of wrestling legend and Hall of Famer, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby. He is the brother of wrestling legend, and you can never forget the name of Goldust. He is the man that is going to put his name of his family on the line to win a title that they have never won, that they have never had the opportunity to win. He is going to etch his name in history this Sunday. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is my pick. I've been saying it for months since Cody Rhodes came back at the Rumble and won the Rumble to earn this opportunity. This is Cody Rhodes' time. To quote Cody Rhodes, it's time to finish the story. He will finish the story this Sunday, April 2nd, live at SoFi Stadium in front of thousands of fans in attendance and millions more watching at home. I am so excited. WrestleMania, this is it, guys. It's the biggest night of the year for professional wrestling. It's the biggest night of the year for wrestling fans. It's the biggest night, the biggest weekend. This is what we all live up to. This is what we all look forward to. And God help me, this is going to be a fantastic show. I'm going to be sitting down with my father and some friends. We're going to be eating wings, chatting, watching fantastic professional wrestling happen before our eyes. If you're smart, if you're interested, if you want to see what all the big fuss is about, the pageantry, the adulation, the magistry of WrestleMania, check it out. Get yourself a subscription to Peacock. If you're international, get yourself a subscription to the WWE Network and check it out. If you got thousands of dollars lying around, take a plane to LA and get a ticket and watch it live. I don't care how you do it. Do not miss WrestleMania nights 1 and 2 this weekend. Fill up on wrestling, guys. Don't miss Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor. Don't miss Impact and New Japan's Multiverse United. Don't miss NXT Stand and Deliver. This is what we all live for. This is what we all come to see. This is what being a wrestling fan is about. Professional wrestling at its peak, at its greatest, and that's what's happening this weekend. Guys, I'm the SOCAL Saint. You've just listened to the WrestleMania edition of the IE Elite Wrestling Show, your direct feed for all that is sports, on the only network that is your direct feed for all that is professional wrestling. I hope you guys enjoyed the show as much as I enjoyed presenting it to you. I will be back next week with the WrestleMania Fallout edition of the IE Elite Wrestling Show. Take care, everyone. God bless.